Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Centel NBA Live, man. I am back with a response video to all the people that viewed my video. I really appreciate your love, your support, and your feedback, man. And so, like I said, I'm new to this game. Well, I've beaten it. I'm going back, and I'm trying to get the. I got the stealth camo at first, but now I'm trying to get the bandana. So check this out. So I was gonna respond to some comments in the last video, man, and so shout out to everybody that showed me love, man. I don't think I ever got that many views in a couple of days that I've gotten. I think I've gotten maybe like over 3,000 views right now, and that's for me, that's amazing. I mean, I'm thankful. I really appreciate y'all, man. So I want to respond to some of the messages that I got and some of the comments or whatever. So this is to Dale Shams. Is it how you say that? Dale, is it Shams? Yeah, Dale Shams. He was telling me, he said, hey, you could unequip your equipment with R2. So we have RB and RT. So right trigger, left trigger, and then you have RB, right, LB is the left bumper, right bumper. So basically, like, I had just figured this out too, and I responded to him by telling him that, it's funny he said that because I really just, discovered this. And so I've been getting my ass kicked at this mech part, man. And like, I don't know, it was this the part that I had to have help. My buddy B helped me with this last time, and it was just like, so I can just see how you double click it, and you can unequip and equip. And see, if I had knew that from the get-go. So I'm going to try to do this boss fight again. But shout out to Dale Shams, man, for checking out my video. I really appreciate the feedback, man. Appreciate that. Means you watched it if you noticed that. So man, shout out to you, man. I really appreciate that, man. And so I was sitting here thinking to myself, and I'm like, man, we kind of take stuff for granted. And so I can't imagine playing this on this came out on the PS1, but analog and D-pad, man, people take the analog for granted, I think, man. We had those tank controls with those Resident Evil games with the D-pad. Up is down, down is up, and you know how the tank controls work. So I'm thinking to myself, when I'm playing this game, the original PlayStation controller only has the D-pad. They hadn't came out with the analog yet, and then later they came out with the analog, with the little red button in the middle, but not the red button in the middle, but the light up, it lights up, and you have the analog button or whatever in the middle. Y'all know what I'm saying. All gamers know what I'm talking about. But to go along with the video, I was sitting here and I'm like, man, when I lean up against walls with Snake and that D-pad, because I caught myself using that when I first played the game. My first initial playthrough was, I kind of just like, man, I was holding up to try to stay on the walls, but when you get around these areas like with the cameras and stuff, it's kind of hard. But the analog, and it's kind of, you got to be careful with the analog because you move it in a direction, it's kind of sensitive, and you will get spotted or you will get killed if you're not careful with the analog. And so me personally, I'm playing with an Elite controller, a Halo Elite controller, and you can switch out the D-pads. You can have like the regular D-pad, or you can have like the 3D D-pad, that I'm using. I think it's a little bit better, but me personally, I go with the analog, man. The left analog is the way to go when it comes to this game, I think. And Metal Gear Solid, of course. But I was so used to playing those Resident Evil games. Now I want to fire up my original PlayStation and play some of those Resident Evil games and try to play it with the analog, because we played with the D-pad back in the day, man. All those 16-bit games, the Mario games, all the platformers, we had D-pads. That's what we grew up on. That's what it was, And so shout out to Moonwalker 87, man. This game looks even better in the 4:3 aspect ratio. He's right, it does look good, but me, like I told him in the comments, man, I'm a sucker for filling up the screen. And so when I play the game, I want it at the best resolution, and I do want the whole screen to be filled, but it does stretches the image. So I'm going to, let's see how it looks in the regular ratio. And by the way, on the collection, it gives you the standard. That's the same as the 4:3. It doesn't say 4:3, it says standard, but that's the same, as it would be for back in the day. They just use the word standard. But like you say, man, it looks way up res, man, in the standard, you know, and I think it's because the screen is kind of compact. Anything with a smaller screen usually is, you know, it looks better because of course the screen is smaller. It's all compact or whatever. And so, you know, with that in mind, I think I'm going to be playing this on standard now. You know, even though I like the screen filled up, the standard, it looks damn good. It looks the best in standard mode, man. So, you know, shout out to my guy, man, Moonwalker 87. And this goes to Flyaway 6671. He said this could have been way better if they did this on day one. You know, I completely agree, man. And that's with the whole thing with new video games now, man. We're always getting patches and updates. And this game was released in 2023, man. It's damn near 3 years for them to do this. I don't know, man. I'm just glad we got it, to be honest with you, man. So shout out to Flyway 6671. You are correct, man, and I definitely agree with you. And so this is for M Sanchez 1680. You know, he said he loves the MSG, the Metal Gear Solid 1 collection, but the second collection is going to bring MSG MGS4. And it's going to be, it was locked on PS3 for 18 years until now almost. That's crazy thinking about that, man. And I was thinking about this. I was talking to one of my buddies at work, and he was saying that he keeps on teasing me. Omar, man, shout out to Omar. He told me, he was like, he always teased me, man, I can't wait until Halo gets on the PlayStation. I'm like, but you know what? It's almost like everything started from something and then it ended up on all platforms. You had Sonic, you know, Sega went under. It's on all platforms. You know, Tomb Raider was it was on the Saturn and PlayStation actually. But you know, things like the Metal Gear Solid, that was you could only have that on the PS1 when that first came out. Now it's on all platforms, you know. So we're moving into an era where I think everything is going to be playable on, you know, like PC, you know, Series X, Series S, Series X, PS5, PS6, new Xbox, all digital platforms. They're coming out with these Steam decks and these new Steam machines and all this other stuff. And you know, the Roku, the Fire Stick, you're gonna be able to play games everywhere now. Tablets, cell phones, man, they already got this type of stuff. So you know, gaming is in a different state, man. Good and bad, I think. You know, it's good because everybody could you know, get this stuff and put it in the palm of their hands. And it's kind of like back in the day, you actually had to get this stuff, man. On the demo disc, you had to rent it from a video game or movie rental store, or you had to borrow it from a friend, which back then it was different from borrowing now, man. You let somebody borrow your stuff now, it's like you might not never get it back, you know. Everybody in their own world, most of us, I'm 39, so we're adults. So, you know, people keep overlooking. I did see in the second collection, they are going to have the Game Boy version, Game Boy Color version of Metal Gear Solid. And I'm actually excited for that because I always wanted the Game Boy version. It's so expensive now, man. I think a complete copy is about $400 or $500. I was like, man, what in the world? Like, even a loose copy is about $200 or $300, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll play this on the collection, man. So shout out to M Sanchez for that comment, man. So, you know, I really appreciate everybody, man. And shout out to Air Hockey 3000. This looks good. This does, man. This looks amazing. I play this at max, man. It's all the way turned up. You know what I mean? And so, man, shout out to everybody in the community. Shout out to all the feedback that I got on my video, man. I just wanted to show my love and my appreciation and my gratitude for you guys to come into my channel and checking me out. You know, it's a bunch of YouTube channels. You didn't have to stop. You could have just kept strolling. You could have seen the thumbnail and like, And so I'm trying to get better on my thumbnails, as a matter of fact, too. So, man, that's it, man. I just wanted to make a, you know, just a little small video showing my appreciation. And shout out to what is this, Sheep Meets World. Did MSG, I keep saying MSG, did MGS2 look any better? You know, I don't know. And then somebody else wrote in the comments that they had an update in 2024. So I don't know. I played the second MSG. I said MSG again. Oh my God. MGS. I played, I'm just gonna say Metal Gear. I played the second Metal Gear, but I didn't really pay attention to the resolution because it just always looked good. That was my first time playing it too, so it just looked good. But I can go back now, and you know, as a matter of fact, man, let's go back and look at it. You know, we can do that right now. I'll go back and we'll check it out. We'll put it on the screen right now, and in the comments below, y'all tell me how y'all think it looks, man, and see if they even have the settings for it or whatever. So man, shout out to Sheep Meets World, man. That's a pretty good name too, man. All right, and so Superbug 4409, what is the resolution and the frame rate? You know, that I'm not for sure. I'm pretty sure it's like that 30 or something. I don't know, it might be 60. I have no idea, man. And you know, you can, this is on the PS5 and this is on the Xbox Series S and X, and PC, of course. And this is what I want to, you know, dabble in. I'm curious to see how the PC version looks. I mean, I guess it pretty much looks like this, but you know, PC, man. And I wonder, has anybody in the modding community put mods on this, man? I'll be so, you know, oh man. And you know, I always thought that by now, this game came out in 1998. They should definitely do a remake of this game. I hope they do a remake. They have to do a remake of this, man. If they don't do a remake of this game, it'll be a shame, you know? All right, guys, that's it for this video. It's been your boy Centel NBA Live, signing off, man. Appreciate the love, everybody, man. One, later. Doggy dog.